Yeah, this isn't turning into a slideshow.
We could do a stop motion reaction.
Ah, good thinking.
No, I accidentally took a picture. Similar to the picture we were about to watch.
Yeah.
The episode
kind
of Doctor Who. We had Shakespeare last time.
Yes, we did have a bit of Shakespeare last time. And some other things as well. And wasn't the keenest.
No, we're hoping for a bit of an improvement today.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is Sally Calypso with the traffic news at 10:15.
Traffic
We've
news.
got reports of multiple stack. Drive safely.
Ah.
It's really hot in here. 10 hot 5.
Can't tell lies in what I assume is the future. Yeah, New Fifth Avenue. Ah, so it might be back on New Earth.
By Russell T Davies.
Okay, cool.
No complaints from me.
Like, yeah, you have literally all the time in existence.
Can we go to yours?
That's not gonna happen. Also, I'm kind of homeless.
Kind of doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's almost exactly how Susan describes their home planet in The Sensorites.
But at night the sky is a burnt orange, and the leaves on the trees are bright silver.
And it's raining. New rain. Ah, sounds a bit kind of gravelly. Oh. So we've got more New Earth continuation then. I don't think we'll see Cassandra again. And we're back to this thing.
You can tell it's a Russell T Davies script.
A ton of people just appear and start parading. Well, yep, and we're back to the fast pace as well.
And this street is closing tonight.
They're just gonna make you all unemployed, I guess.
Yes. Go find other jobs. In a society where there is no one.
Maybe they can be motorway managers.
Yes.
Whatever that entails.
Indeed.
I can find your friend. Seriously, I swear. But honestly, all the same.
It's only 28 now. Honestly, 28.
Where are you?
Could still be lying. We don't know.
Honestly, 38 is where it really is.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
How long is it going to take? About 6 years. What?
Wow.
Nobody thought to take a train or build a walkway or anything like that.
I mean, maybe they got tired of those.
Yeah, maybe.
They didn't think they were...
Here you go.
They're outdated concepts.
Yeah.
You know, flying cars and stuff. Oh, wow! Such a great distance.
20 yards. We're having a good day.
And you just showed me that thing with the cats.
Yeah,
They're
the kitten live streams. I didn't plan that.
Yeah. I feel like this is just going to be explaining the rules of the road.
Rules of the road.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do you need jobs then? You can just live in these for 12 years.
Number is 46596. That's it. I have final. Ah. What's that? It's coming from underneath.
It's the sound in the air vents, that's all. So if you travel down.
Nah, it's just vents.
So like I said, air vents.
Is that you? In the future?
Sure. Yeah.
So sorry. Drive safe.
We'll try and improve congestion.
But at least you can sing along.
Yeah. Doctor's like,
Yeah,
what
he's
are
the
you
only
guys
one who
doing?
doesn't. Yeah. Oh, there, that's much better. Oh, perfect timing. How many times have I said that recently?
Car's gonna come by eventually.
Another coat.
Yeah. I guess this is the episode where he finally gets over Rose then.
I'm doing a survey. How are you enjoying your motorway? Oh, not very much, don't you?
No!
I tried. I said, do we really need the landline still? Apparently we do.
Not my colour, but thank you very much.
Yep, it's just gonna do that for the next 15 minutes.
They'll be over.
If the if the vents haven't gone. It's not stories. What do you
The
think?
air vents!
Uh,
The air vents are alive.
Can you not take a hint? You're thinking.
Yeah. Where is he?
Pirates though. Oh,
They're alive.
oh, very alive.
Are they?
Okay. Macra. Ah. Okay.
Macra do not exist! There are no Macra!
So yeah, there we go. I guess that's a reoccurring.
Officially, finally, a recurring villain. Last seen in 1967.
I mean, I was just gonna say, okay, so giant crabs then, but I
Yes.
guess they are officially Macra. Well, I don't think we're gonna get another sing-along. Oh well, we already had one actually, but not in that.
Not
mood.
that one, no.
Goodness sake. I've invented a sport.
Yep.
Get off. Last time we met, we were breeding humans for experimentation.
Oh, that was easy. Thought we'd have to go all the way back.
Climb back again.
Yeah.
Back online.
The music's just been
This episode
It's
introduces some excellent music.
like, come on, yeah. I mean, it's been good before, but it's just
This is
stepped it
another
up
level,
in
yeah.
this series.
Yeah.
Is there a polarity to reverse?
Reverse the motorway. Reverse the polarity of the motorway.
Well, it's a polarity. Oh god! Oh gosh, that's bad. Yeah, keep him safe. Ah. Oh.
They're very durable.
Yeah, right.
City of New York, if you're and don't forget, I want that coat back.
Yeah. Oh. What? Yeah, I guess the glass is biologically part of it.
You are not alone.
Hey, the mouth's actually moving. Oh,
Did you hear the thing that he said?
you're not alone. I guess that's it then.
All closed down.
Happy?
Happy, happy.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Alright, you staying?
Till you talk to me properly, yes. You said
Ah,
last of your kind. What does that mean?
I'll tell you all about it from the very beginning.
Right here in the slums. At least go inside the TARDIS and make a cup of tea. Come on. Just wanted at the end there when he's describing Gallifrey. I
Yeah.
just want him to go. And then there was the death zone, where we fight to the death, and it's full of horrible things.
Well, and if you were to talk about it, it wouldn't be like that.
No.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't see those parts of Gallifrey ever, for whatever reason. Budget, probably.
We didn't.
Budget reasons.
No, we only heard about them.
Yeah,
Okay.
we kind of heard about them in the sense, right? So the Third Doctor maybe at one point described something like that when he was talking to Joe in the Time Monster. What did you think of that? This episode was called Gridlock, by the way.
Oh, Okay, that... Yeah, sure. That kind of ties in with the whole motif. Yeah. It was an interesting episode, kind of. I mean, a lot of it was just kind of going with the idea of there being a floating traffic jam.
Yeah, you're right. You have to buy into that idea, and you have to like ignore all of the problems with the logistics of how this is set up. Like, how did we get into this situation? I guess that it's not.
It happened over time.
Yeah, it's not this episode's place to go into that, but there's a lot there that I think it's like, really, did we make so many mistakes that we got to this place?
I guess so. It's an excuse to have all sorts of kind of fun gags, like the Doctor jumping to and from the cars and all the people and things like that. And it's an interesting, okay, aside from any logistic stuff, it's still interesting to think about how it does operate day to day.
Absolutely.
How everyone talks to each other. It's a better episode to think about rather than one to watch, maybe.
Right, okay.
I was fine with it. You know, it's a fine episode, but it's like maybe sounds it's better or worse in your head. I don't know.
It's better on paper, maybe.
Maybe that.
I don't know.
But
I have lots of questions about it
sorry.
that aren't really answered. But I don't know.
Yeah, did Russell do it? I don't know, like a breakdown of the episode.
It is really fun, and there's some excellent scenes. You're right, the one where he's jumping down between cars.
Yeah.
The music there is called The Doctor Forever, I believe. So that's kind of like the Doctor's hero theme, if you like.
Okay.
Rather than the more softer, melancholic one we've heard before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the music in this episode is top notch. I mean, unless the composer changes, I don't see it getting worse.
No, it's not a spoiler. Murray Gold is here until the end of series 10. So he's got
We're
a
in
lot
for
more
some
to come.
great music for many years. I discussed in the last one that the Doctor was still upset over Rose, and now I think this is the part where he's finally gone over it.
We did have a bit of a mention at the beginning, like taking me to the same planets that you brought her.
Yeah, and of course, you know, the end when the Doctor finally decides to tell her everything.
Yeah.
Tell Martha everything. So that's kind of brought that to an end.
Yeah.
In a satisfying way, and we saw the face of Bo for the last time.
Yeah.
We got a lot of kind of close-ups of him. Yeah, it kind of let me see a bit more of the detail that went into it. It's interesting. Yeah, another interesting kind of design that you could go into thinking about. Like, yeah.
Yeah, those are questions there. Like, how did he get like that? Why is it a face?
Exactly, billions of years.
Yeah. Macra.
Macra?
Did you expect?
No! I'd never honestly expected them to come out, because they're just giant crabs, really. Like,
yeah.
It's not exactly the most instantly kind of recognisable and iconic to be willing to bring that.
No, even in the Macra Terror, they're hardly in it.
Yeah, the whole point is, like, the world in that story.
Yeah, that they don't exist and you don't really see them until right at the end.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, they feed off gas, and they're here feeding off gas. It seems logical.
Yeah.
At the time, 2007, there was no animation of the Macra Terror, so nobody would have really known who they were. They're a little more in the public eye nowadays with the animations being done. But Macra Terror would have been very hard to get hold of in 2007.
Sure.
That's a little bit of a Russell T Davies fanboy moment, I think.
Right.
I can bring back the Macra!
Yeah, I mean, before then, though, I was genuinely curious as to what the vent monsters would be. I don't know, maybe it's a little anticlimactic, actually, that it's just the Macra.
Aww.
I don't know.
No, don't say that.
I don't know, because...
You don't like returning villains. Like, typically, you kind of like, oh, it's that. Oh, yeah, that was a reference I got. And you don't get excited about things coming back from a while ago.
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, actually. Yeah, it makes sense, with them feeding off gas, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's because they're not really great. I don't know. They're just kind of whatever, you know?
Like, even in
It's
the
like-
last episode, when we had that Silver Nemesis reference, you're like, oh yeah, it's a Silver
I did-
Nemesis reference.
An arrow, like, an
Exactly.
arrow hitting the TARDIS.
Exactly, you didn't get excited about it.
Because one Silver Nemesis wasn't that good. It wasn't good. Yeah,
I
it
thought
wasn't
you'd at
good.
least go,
and
oh, that was a Silver Nemesis
I
reference.
didn't pick up on it immediately
Oh.
as a Silver Nemesis reference, which is why I was so indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise that it was supposed to be that.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
No, it was it was a good little moment when the Doctor kind of says the Macra.
Yeah.
You know, that's a like that bit was good about it.
So we
Yeah,
can
I don't
expect Killer Seaweed in the next one,
know. Yeah.
and then the Quarks going back after that. In terms of this one has quite strong themes of like religion and belief.
Sure. Okay.
At the beginning, we've got kind of, again, you probably don't know, and I admit I probably didn't know at the time, but the couple at the beginning who were on the fast lane saying, "There's something down here," like in the pre-credits. That's like they're like from a religious painting. The hymns that are sung throughout. The Martha saying, you know, you've got your hymns, your songs.
Yeah.
I've got the Doctor comparing Doctor to God a little bit.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure what they're trying to say.
I kind of thought there was some like social themes with the whole, you know, everyone's underground and stuff
Again,
like that,
yes.
and I guess you know, if you kind of stay within the lanes, otherwise the macro will get you or something. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah. Stay in your lanes or you'll be eaten by crabs.
I don't know.
No, you're kind of right. Like that's like for lower classes of society.
Yeah,
the
because then
upper
there's
levels of society.
the upper city.
Yeah. So you know, the Doctor says, "What if there's no one? What if there's no police? There's nothing to believe in. What if there's nothing?" And he's kind of comparing atheism with theism, and I'm not quite sure what the conclusion was of this episode. Perhaps there wasn't one, but yeah, it's kind of weighing up those things because it seems to lean into the religious aspects there quite a lot.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, definitely a lot to think about.
I think you're right. There's a lot to discuss, a lot more to discuss and to think about in this one than there is perhaps watching it. It's an episode that isn't just to watch once and that's it kind of thing. There's a lot to unpick.
Yeah, and those. When you can go back to an episode a lot, that's how you know you got something kind of worth something. Yeah.
We've both gone with a 6.5. Improvement over the last episode.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, this was at least this was more entertaining to watch.
And actually, I was thinking whilst I was watching it, and I kind of forgot to mention it, I thought this was my favourite David Tennant has been. I thought he was absolutely brilliant.
He's
in
quite,
this.
he gets quite a handful to do in this. But I was kind of reminded of New Earth, you know, and he's saying like, how many? You know, that's like that's kind of the, I guess the first like, ooh, kind of surprise, like, yeah, this is how intense it'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's really good. Yeah.
Directing wise, it's pretty good as well as this. Actually, not too bad. I like the scene at the beginning where Martha gets kidnapped, carjacked, and they're all talking over everyone, and it's chaos for those few seconds. I thought that was really well done.
Sure, yeah, that's definitely.
That's quite hard to pull off, but I think it was done very well. A lot of CG in this.
Absolutely, yes. That's one of two things I was gonna say. This is the most CGI that we've had on the screen, I think.
I think it is
in the series, and it works. It works. Not much to say about it. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's also possibly why the macro thing wasn't as much of a surprise because we saw that. We saw like a year ago or something. Like,
Macro Terror.
Yeah.
Maybe a year, nearly 2 years ago because I think it was
Really?
March.
Oh yes, of course.
And we got it. We watched it. We watched it the day it came out.
Yeah, and we got the upload after that.
Oh no, 29. Yeah, March 2019. So
Yeah, that sounds more.
So March 2019 is still nearly 2 years ago.
You know, maybe if we would have watched that with the other Patrick Troughton stories, then that distance would have been even more, and it would be like, oh yes, I remember these.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. Well, we will continue with Series 4, Episode 4.
Oh, we're jumping ahead!
Episode 4. Next time.
Yes.
Outro.
Outro.